Well, another race, another win for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. We're going to get into that in a second, but first, let's do our introductions. Always be blessed, always stay rich, and so on and so forth. You're watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. And look, you see this, you saw the thumbnail. Not sure what I'm going to put the title exactly, but I have an idea. But it's confirmed, no longer in doubt. That means two different things. One, I think there were some of us, because there are people that are just fans of Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. And I like to do the analysis on that. Whereas there are more technical people that'll come in here. And I could get more technical, but because I can't share the race videos, I just decide not to get into that level of technicality. So, but then there are people that are analyzing it. You got the fans, and then you got the people analyzing it. And the people that are analyzing it, or the people that have, or just a third type that don't have a dog in the fight, they just like to see fast races. Some of us were starting to think that Elaine Thompson-Herah may be able to do something big. Some people were discounting the altitude. I wasn't. I'm looking at how they're looking when they race. And I had said, okay, after this race, I think Elaine Thompson-Herah comes in with a slight edge. And after seeing this one, no, there is nobody right now at this current moment of this recording that can light a candle to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. I don't care how close it could potentially be with Elaine Thompson-Herah and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Doesn't matter if Elaine Thompson-Herah got the fastest acceleration. If Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce can get out on her and she's able to consistently put these 10-6s. Now look at it like this, okay? This, looking at Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce now, if she didn't slip last year, she would have got that Olympic gold. I am almost certain. I'm almost certain. Because I've seen her three, including last year's race, where she slipped. I think one was against Carmelita Jeter, and then another one was at a random Diamond League or something like that. She got fourth in the one race and then got second to Jeter, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe third, if memory serves me well. But she's a person that depends on her start. So you mess up your start, you mess up your race plan, and then boom, it's over. The fact that she was still able to run a 10-7 and do that and give up after she realized she couldn't claw back Elaine Thompson-Herah after her race plan was over and her head was up, it was done. But that's coulda, woulda, shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's coulda, woulda, shoulda. Let's not go on that because I'm going to keep the same energy with other athletes, right? Okay. What I'm looking at is confirmed here, and let's take this off the screen, is that her altitude run in Nairobi is, maybe we need to rethink these altitude runs. Well, here are three things that I want to say. She was running against the wind in Nairobi. We say that altitude is an advantage, but maybe with the better training techniques and everything that's going on today, maybe the advantage isn't necessarily there as much, because when you maximize your body, how much faster can you go? At some point, even with jetpacks on us or jetpacks on our hydraulics in the spikes or something, there's only so much that your muscle can take before it rips itself. So there's a actual human limit to how fast a body can go before it starts to rip apart, no matter what. If you got a whole Android over your body and then it's running for you, it's going to have to be a certain speed. We can only take so many G's of force on a roller coaster, for example, before you faint, right? So here's the same thing. Obviously, we might not be at that limit right now, but I'm just giving you that example for this. Maybe we need to rethink that or adjust it. Maybe it's not. Or maybe it's because she's in better peak position. She could be in better peak position right now. So therefore, this is actually a superior run. And if we look at altitude anyway, this should be a superior run. Even though she has a positive 0.5 versus a negative 0.4. That's almost a 1.0 wind difference. And obviously a month and a week later. So that's almost a 1.0 win difference. She's in better peak position right now. She's getting ready to peak until she gets to her maximum time peak for when it's at the World Championships and she wants to defend her title. And then the final thing I want to say here, maybe the track is better in Paris than it is in Nairobi. If I'm not mistaken, I thought they were renovating the track. I have a representative for me that is down there in Kenya, and unfortunately the timing and how I did things, we didn't get to get athlete interviews afterward or whatnot. So hopefully next year we can do that. But I have somebody that represented, and they were closing it off for renovations. It could have been just the seats, but as far as I can tell, it was a track. So I think they got a brand new track. I'm not 100% confirmed on that, but there we go. So there's that. Now, what about Elaine Thompson-Herah? A lot of people look at Elaine Thompson-Herah and say that, you know, the only time Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce can win is if Elaine Thompson-Herah is hurt, right? The only time Fraser-Pryce can win is Elaine Thompson-Herah hurt. Well, I think that if you look at them honestly, the times that they meet each other, one or the other is hurt most of the time. If you take out the times that either one of them are hurt, then it turns out that Elaine Thompson-Herah has I think a 2-race win advantage over Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Now that was upon last viewing. Could be 3 at this point, but I believe it's only 2. 2-race advantage over Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Because remember the Olympics in Rio, guess who was hurt? Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. People don't consider that. Imagine Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce not being hurt at Rio. And with her trajectory of getting faster might have been slowed down. Remember, you're getting hurt. Sometimes you got to recover. Look at Dina Asher-Smith. She got hurt last year, and she's nowhere near looking as good as she should coming into this year. So her even thinking about defending that, she's thrown that out the window and was like, look, I got the European Championships and the Commonwealth games or whatever that I'm going for. And that's what she said. She wants to be able to peak for that. So Elaine Thompson-Herah, she's injury prone. If she doesn't do anything now, I'm certain that because she runs so fast, she's got that one season that she'll run really fast. She'll run fast for regular races throughout the season, of course. But when it comes to the multiple rounds of these championships, that aggravates whatever's going on with her. And she just can't do it. And that's the mark of a champion too. Your body has a limit, and she's at her limit of her body each and every time. If it happens after the Olympics, it happens after the Olympics. A lot of people are hating on Elaine Thompson-Herah, calling her drugged up Thompson. The trolls are coming out, Bo Rude, or whatever his name is, and other people. They just can't. They can't. Every time somebody's faster than their favorite, which is Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce or other athletes in the men or the women's, whatever those events are, whatever that is, they gotta call them drug cheats. They can't just say this athlete could be better. They won. Let's get to Shericka Jackson here. Oh, finally. If Elaine Thompson-Herah wants to get a win here, she's going to have to do something special. Shoulder injury, Achilles be damned, right? But the shoulder problem, not necessarily injury, because they didn't say it was an injury, but the shoulder issue, be damned. If she can't get over it by the time, it don't matter. This is what I want y'all to know. For the people that keep saying this, that Elaine Thompson-Herah is there. Look, if Elaine Thompson-Herah can't be ready at the championships, that is not anybody else's fault, and that doesn't take away from everybody else's win. That just means somebody else is better. Your body can't handle it. That's what that's saying. You've reached the limit of your body, and there it is. You pushed yourself too far, boom, injury. You push yourself too far, boom, injury. If it happens that she's only ready every 4 years and in between, it just happens like that, then hey, she's going to be one of the greatest Olympic sprinters there is, right? On the female side. So, let's not forget about Shericka Jackson as well. Shericka Jackson, remember we got Frano, and he's after revenge. He got 2 athletes now that he's going to have to get revenge for. I don't think that Natasha Morrison is going to be able to do anything. She's going to have to pull out Miracle. Not to demean Natasha Morrison here, but she's going to have to pull out the praising of Yeshua, Black Jesus, which is what he is. She's gonna have to pull out the praising of Yeshua and the sky splitting for her to even have a chance of thinking that she can win. Hopefully she qualifies this year, because this is the second season she'll be back with Frano, but there's nothing there. At least I don't see it. Now, if she does get something, wow. That's what I'll say. Now, what about Shericka Jackson? She's under Frano. And you know how he holds athletes back. He holds athletes back. We know Shericka Jackson, with just 400-meter training, is able to pull out 10.7s with 400-meter specific training. Now, let's just say that, well, she still is doing the 400-meter training. But let's just say she does something special. There's no guarantee that they could run a 10.5 at the championships. No guarantee they'll run a 10.6. Anything is open. There could be a 10.7. Shericka Jackson can run a new PR, run a 10.6 high, 10.6 mid, or something like that, while they aren't running their best. Remember, you're not going to run your best every single time you're out. You will hope to, but you're not going to run your best. And remember, a lot of these athletes, they do it. They're the one-off races. We know Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce can go through rounds and still run these times. So maybe Shericka Jackson does that. Her and her coach talking about world record in the horizons there for the 100. So you definitely know, and she expects that she can win too. She's looking at the other athletes. She's looking at her best friends. She's like, yeah, I think I'm going to get this one. So, or if not best friend, as far as I can know, I thought they were best friends, but they could be close friends. So, let's get back here. Is she ready for sub 10.6? If she leaned last year, she would have got 10.5, 9 at the very least. This one she ran through the line. She went back to some of her forward leaning ways here. Slight forward leaning, but she still ran fast. So there you go. And does Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce have the world record on the horizon? Who's going to get that? If there's a world record to be had in the 100 between any of the women that are running currently, who do you think can get it first? I'll leave that for you guys to say in the comment section. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. I am very, very, very excited about this. I think I can't see anybody else being able to challenge her at this point, other than Elaine Thompson-Herah, if she can, if she has her body right at that time and she can muster it out. And really, Shericka Jackson, Sha'Carri Richardson ain't gonna be really that much of a challenge. She's gonna get blown out, and if somehow they get lined up next to each other on the blocks, she might even startle her, and she get blown out, and then she'll try to accelerate back. But with a bad starter compared to a rocket starter, I don't think that's a good combination, especially right next to each other. I don't think so. We saw Prefontaine last year. That could have been a sign for it. But yeah. Anyway, peace out, everybody. I'll catch you all on the next video. Let me know your thoughts below.